Hi, welcome to a new video. This is a bit different than me going out in the camper, blah, blah, blah. It's basically the camera that I use to record those videos on. So I've been using for the last like 6 months the DJI Pocket 2, and now I've upgraded to the 3. So basically this video is just to see how they actually compare in quality and everything else. Now, first of all, I'm not going to talk about tech specs or anything like that, because most people just want to pick one of these up. They want to upgrade from a phone. They don't want to be setting shutter speeds and changing the ISO. They want it just to do it automatic like a phone does. So basically that's what I'm going to do. These are both going to be set on auto mode and just use it like that. And I'm just going to show you around a little nature reserve, which if anybody watches my channel, you know it's going to be Chasewater because it's the closest. But yeah, so we're just going to be comparing these. So I hope you stay with me for this little video. Right, let's first talk about size and weight. As you can see, if I just hold them together like that, let me do it like that, you can see that they're not that much difference. But what you've got to remember as well is the Pocket 3 has what, if you had the Creator Combo in the 2, was the Do It All handle, which basically allows you to have the wireless mic and stuff like that. So really, to compare size properly, you've got to add that to it. So what we do is just pop off the little button and then pop on that one. So basically, you've now got the same features in both devices. And then on the Pocket 3, to make it the same, you want the tripod mount, so then you get this little bit. I just don't understand why they couldn't have built it into this device and why this is so big, because really it's just a pass through like a right angle for the USB and then the tripod mount. Now I've seen on like AliExpress, Emu, eBay, something that's really, really small that gives you the same thing. So I don't know why, again, it couldn't have been built in, but that's the thing. So if you pop that on, we're then comparing like for like. And again, as you can see, they're really about the same size. If I pop them like that, you can see they're around about the same size. Yes, the head, the gimbal is different because it is a bigger sensor. So that is the main thing really between them. You've got a bigger sensor in the Pocket 3 than you have in the Pocket 2. I mean, another main difference everybody knows is the screen. You've only got a very, very small screen on there to actually do. And if you have it like showing the 16:9, you've got black bars across the top because it's a square screen. It makes it even smaller, which you can both of these can link to your phone to make it easier. But why would you want to do that really? You just want something that you can pick up and go. And for me, because I go and do my vlogs, and that's the reason for having these, is I try and document my travels in my little camper and going on photography trips. And unfortunately, I have a spinal problem, which weight is a problem. So that's why I went for these. Yes, I've got my proper Panasonic Lumix camera and one that I'm recording on now as well. But then it becomes weight, and I wanted something simple. So this is why I went for these. But yeah, the screen, going back to the screen. So like you say, you've got the smaller screen on here, and then if you flip that then turns it on, and you can have it like that. But the one thing that I found, instead of having to swizzle that around and everything else, if you just want to use it and you don't mind the smaller screen, you can just do that. Just if I go and continue, I don't know if you'll be able to focus. Well, I'll put it on the screen, but then you can have it in a smaller screen, but that is still bigger than that. And to be honest, that is enough, as long as you've got a good eyesight, enough to just hold it at arm's length, like, you know, there kind of thing. And then that you can see the screen. It's not really a problem. And you know, some people have said about the twizzly screen that it can go. So far I've had this about a month. I've took it on a few trips so far, and it hasn't been a problem so far. So, but again, I just press the button. You can set it, just press that button and it'll turn it on, and it's just in the smaller screen. So the screen is the one that's main difference as well. So what I'm going to do is I've just jigged up a little tripod mount, you can see here, but then I'll shove it on screen with both cameras on. So we're just going to have a quick walk around here, and I'm going to basically have them near enough at the same angle, and we'll go through the difference, and then I'll go through the difference of the mics as well, because for me, basically doing the videos that I want, sometimes I'm a little bit further away, so I need a wireless mic, so Creator Combo in both. And yes, you can still buy the 2. I can't remember the exact price as the Creator Combo, but the Creator Combo which I went for on this is basically 619 quid in the UK. But to be honest, then you get an extra battery thing with it as well. You get the wide angle lens, which you got with this as well. So, and we'll talk about the little filters in a bit. So let's just have a wander and I'll show you around. Right, these are both the cameras now on that little tripod mount that I've got. It's not the best, but this is the kind of thing that I do, is I show people around different places and stuff like that. So like I say, this is what it's going to be. I'm not going to know the exact difference in these conditions. Both are set to auto until I get down to the office, and then I'll give you a proper which one is better. Which the Pocket 3 is better because I have used it, but again, is it worth the upgrade? So let's carry on. We'll swivel you around and show you what I've got. So you can see this is me walking. I walk with a stick, so I'm not that quick, and I have a bit of a shaky hand. So this isn't the best showing you walking. Everybody says if you're using a gimbal, you're supposed to do that ninja walk. I can't do that. Now, like I say, this is normally what I do. Let's just drop that one down a touch. Right, so that should be around about the same angle. So we're just going to pan across. I'm using the tripod, not the joystick, and the pan speed is around about the same on both. The one thing that you can see is the dynamic range. You do get a better dynamic range on the Pocket 3 than you do on the 2. But again, is it worth that few £100 to actually upgrade? I'm trying to get you both in. Sorry about this. And I mean, that's the point of this video, is it worth the upgrade going from the Pocket 2 to the Pocket 3? Again, there's a few £100 difference between them, and it's whether it's worth it. If you've already got the Pocket 2, then yeah, have a look at this footage and see what you think, and it may make you want to upgrade. Again, it all depends on what you want to do with the actual cameras, and that, again, for me, it is outdoor vlogging, and I do low light, and what I'm going to do is I've got this little camper, and I'll go inside there in a bit and I'll show you inside. But I did do some footage while I was at Dovedale, and another video I did on the Pocket 2 around about the same time. It was blue hour on the Pocket 2 in the morning, and it was blue hour on the Pocket 3 on there, and the Pocket 3 did do better on low light. So sit back for the next 4 or 5 minutes and watch the footage between the actual Pocket 2 and 3. Like I say, it was hard to get the exact same camera angle between the two. Again, both of them were set to automatic and both the standard colour profile. So again, these could be adjusted in post, but this is just straight out of camera. So, you know, it gives you a proper idea in normal circumstances what these would be basically between the two. Right, let's just quickly talk about audio. So now I've got both wireless mics connected to both devices. So I'll switch between the two, and well, you can hear then what the difference is between the audio. The one thing I do like about the Pocket 3 wireless mic, the DJI Pocket Mic 2, gets confusing, but it's got a little magnet so you can easily put it like under your shirt instead of having them like this. I normally use a lapel mic clipped into these and have the thing in my pocket anyway. But like I say, now I've got face tracking on as well. And I mean, as you can see, if I move from side to side, it is tracking me, and that seems fine. The only thing is with the Pocket 2, if I get up slightly, it does lose you. So if I get up and try and do this, it's probably going to work now. It's going to track me. Like you see, you can see the Pocket 2 juddering a little bit, and it is working, and it does keep me in frame. But like I say, the Pocket 2 does lose me sometimes. For me, I set the camera on a tripod and then block off the shot, so it's like me walking towards or walking away from the camera and stuff like that. And the Pocket 2, it's not that great on that. So if it's something with face tracking you want, definitely go for the Pocket 3, and it is definitely well worth the upgrade for that. I mean, settings wise, I forgot to mention this. Basically, I'm running at 4K 30 frames a second because that's enough for what I actually do. And yes, you've got better slow-mo on the Pocket 3, but you've still got the same hyperlapses and all that kind of stuff on there as well. So both of them really are the same on that. Like I say, it's just better slow-mo on the Pocket 3. And like I say, the sensor does make a difference. It's supposed to be a 1-inch sensor, but it says 1-inch type sensor, so it's not a full 1-inch sensor. But again, like I say, I don't want to get into too technical details because most people, like I say, just want to switch it on and just use it. And that's what this video is for. It's just for people, like I say, just to be able to just switch it on, not worry about settings and everything else. Sorry about the noise of the dog there, and there is a little bit of wind noise as well. So anyway, let's get back into the camper, and I'll show you some slightly low light because it is slightly darker in little my micro camper. But like I said, I showed you earlier the actual proper low light. And I do find the Pocket 3 does do better with low light. Again, I'm not too sure what ISO settings or anything else. Again, all auto. I'm not bothered. I just want something, again, that I can pick up and go. Again, with the filters, that you can magnetize them on both. But I don't trust them on there because I carry this. I have it on a little tripod that I hook onto my shoulder, like my bag. So then it's easy to just pull up and get the shots that I actually want. So let's get back into the camper. Right, you join me back at the camper, just having a cup of coffee now. If you want to see more about my camper, my trips and everything else and stuff what I actually do, please like, subscribe, do all that kind of stuff on YouTube because it does help my little channel. But I mean, like I say, the camper isn't fully as it is because I've been using it to take stuff to the tip. There's normally an extra bit there that extends out, but have a look at my other videos. I'll put a link up there. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to get inside in a minute and I'll just shut 1 or 2 of the curtains, so it's like in a more lower light situation, because a lot of the time I film in here like first thing in the morning or late at night, you know, before the trips, and telling you what I'm going to do and everything else. And I have found the Pocket 3 to be actually better, but I haven't done a definite like-for-like comparison. So this, even what I'm doing now, is actually new for me as well, because I haven't compared them like for like. So yeah, anyway, so let me have my coffee and I'll show you in the van. I mean, also, I use a particular type of tripod for this, a very lightweight one. Basically, it's a quadrupod tripod, and it extends out to about 1.8, 1.9 meters, and it's quick. It's just one pole that extends out, because for me, I want something quick and easy to be able to, like, set up a shot and everything else, because all of the time, it's actually me going out on my own, which means, like, those shots where I set up and, you know, walk away and everything else, I don't want to be messing around with tripods and everything else. This is absolutely great. So what I'll do is stay tuned, because I'll do a review of this, because it's absolutely great for whether it's the DJI Pocket, the action cams, GoPros, you know, even a lightweight camera as well. I mean, I was using this earlier to film on my G100, my Panasonic G100 mirrorless camera with 12 to 32 lens, and it took the weight, no problem. I've adapted it slightly for my use. But yeah, so check out soon, because there will be a review of it, because it is actually a great tripod, and they're only about 20-30 quid as well. Right, like I say, I'm in the camper. It's not definitely low light, it's just like an indoor. I've got the curtains behind you shut and these curtains here. But like I say, you'll probably be able to see the difference between the actual two. And I mean, like, I've got sunroofs here and that, so there is light coming in, but this is the kind of filming that I actually do. So this is just the difference between the two, basically in a little camper. That's what I'm trying to point out. Like I say, proper low light. I don't have a definite comparison between the two, but in my opinion, the Pocket 3 is a lot better. So just gives you an idea anyway. I'm just trying to do it as what I would film. That's it really. Well, anyway, it's hot in here because I chose one of the hottest days to actually do this. And yeah, so we'll go back to the office. I'll look through the footage and then I'll tell you what I actually think. Ironically, just literally while I've been out, because I put my Pocket 2 with all the adapters and the extension rod, because that's one good thing is with the Pocket 2, you had an extension rod, like a little tripod, that you could then control it from like further away, which you don't actually have that function. You've got to connect your phone to it. So it's not really a problem. It was just, it's a nice little thing. But like I say, I've just sold that. I mean, I paid 200 quid, well, 205 including the postage, for the Pocket 2 Creator Combo, the mic, a filter pack, the extension rod, and some other little bits and pieces, and I've just sold it for 300. So less my fees off eBay, because I did it when it was lower fees. I've just sold it for 299, so less my fees. I've made about 80 quid profit, but that means that that's gone towards this one, so it's half the cost of what I've just paid for the other one. So, you know, and I've got other things to sell to do it, but for me, you know, like I say, it is just for doing these kind of videos, and I just wanted something a little bit better than what I'd got, because why not? You know, at the end of the day, I don't mind spending it for something that I'm going to actually use. So anyway, like I say, I'm sweating here, so let's get back to the office. Well, now I've looked back at the footage, it's been actually interesting because the actual Pocket 2 does seem to hold up in certain lighting conditions anyway. But again, like, because I couldn't get the exact angle and stuff like that, it's a bit hard to say. But really, the thing is, it is, for me, it has been worth the upgrade because of the better low light and things like that. And again, it is down to if you're looking for like a pocket camera like the Pocket 3 or the Pocket 2. If you've got the money, go for the Pocket 3, because there is a few other things that I forgot to mention. I mean, with the mic as well, that's got some internal memory, so you can press a button and it can record it in there as well. So then if there's a communication problem with the camera or anything else, then you've got a backup in here as well, and then it's a lot better. It's flow recording or something like that. Again, I don't know, I'm not technical in that respect, but basically it's supposed to be really good audio. So there is that in there as well. So that is one thing that I forgot. And like I say, you've got the better screen, and like I say, it's the face tracking or the object tracking is a lot better on there. But in normal conditions, it is not too bad. Like I say, for me, I need proper low light, because I go out for like sunrise and sunset, which means I'm filming before the sun is up and after the sun's gone down, which at that point it is pretty dark. I mean, you see people saying, oh, low light conditions, and people on YouTube have put stuff on, but it's like with street lighting and all that, that's not low light, because you've got lighting for what I want. It is actually where there is no light, and it has been well worth the upgrade. You've got them better slow-mo as well, and the one thing that I found as well is having this extra battery handle, because like people say, oh well, it makes it a lot bigger. Well, you've got to have this on. Well, no, you don't. You just have this on, and for me is when I'm not filming, I just plonk that in. Basically, I'm just using that as a power bank, which I've used little power banks that clip into the other one, and that's all really that's my battery backup, more than anything. So no, you don't need that into there. You can just still use the internal battery. I mean, I've probably had, I don't know, about 2 hours use out of it or something like that, and again, like my other one was second hand, but like I say, for me it has been well worth it. It's been well worth the upgrade. So again, like I say, it goes back to, if you're in the market for one and you can afford this, then go for this. But if you just want something that's got stable footage and it is still an upgrade from your phone, then go for the Pocket 2. It's still a worthwhile investment. I mean, like the main camera that I actually do all my photos on is a Panasonic G80, which was released like in 2016, 2017, oh, it may have been earlier than that. It's only a 16 megapixel camera, but it's got great IBIS and everything else. And for me, for photography, for what I do is plonk them on the screen and stuff like that, and see them on my tablet and share them onto YouTube at 4K. I don't need anything more than that. So this is the thing, sometimes you don't actually need the latest and greatest stuff, no matter what someone tells you on the internet. All I can say is, from my opinion, is if you've got got the money, go for this. I mean, if you don't need the mic, you don't need the wireless mic, and you're not bothered about that, just get a cheap power bank, just go for the normal version. You don't need the creator combo, because that gives you like the extra battery. It does give you the wide angle lens, I think, as well. I think that is one thing. And then, like I say, you've got the mic. But if you don't need external mics, now the mics in this, I've used this when I've been in the camper or just even holding it there, and it's been not too bad, even in some good conditions. It's just because I've got the wireless mic, that's what I use. So like I say, for me, it's been a worthwhile upgrade. Again, the thing is, I'm not saying for anybody to buy this one, that one and everything else. I can only give you my opinion on what works for me, and this has been a worthwhile upgrade. Again, I'll put links in the description to Amazon for, you know, the Pocket 2 on its own, sorry, the Pocket 3 on its own, the Pocket 2, the creator combo and everything else. That is an affiliate link, so if you do buy from that, it's the same price as if you buy it normally. It's just you may give a little, I may earn a small amount of commission, which then helps this channel keep going. That's the main thing as well. So yeah, and I've got to pay for this somehow, really, and I said yes, if you do want to order one, order it through my link and I may earn a few pound off it. For me, it's been a worthwhile upgrade, and I hope you've enjoyed the video and seen the difference between the actual two in just normal use. And again, like I say, it's been automatic mode, and again, if you do get more advanced, you can go into the pro mode. You can set your own shutter speed and everything else. That's when sometimes in bright sunshine you want ND filters, which do actually help whether you're on the Pocket 2 or the Pocket 3. So I would say invest in some of those. They're not that expensive. You can get the cheaper ones on even AliExpress and Amazon, a 6-pack for like 30-40 quid, you know, but the good ones are around about 80 quid. Again, links in the description for all that, but necessarily you don't need it to start off with, and that's the thing. If you're starting off, you know, whichever one, they're better than your phone because it's got proper stabilization. You've got different follow modes, so you can keep it on the horizon or use it as like a normal camera, and that's on both as well. So anyway, I'm waffling again, but yeah, I hope the video has spoke for itself and that you've enjoyed it, and you know, it gives you an informed decision of which you actually think anyway. And again, both of them have got a log file, so you can actually do that's the same as what's called raw file, so you can do more adjustments in post and everything else. I use DaVinci Resolve, which has got great color management. But again, that's something to learn. Most people don't want that. They just want something to share straight to YouTube. The one thing as well with this is it does do vertical shooting on the Pocket 3. Yeah, so stay tuned, because I'll do the tricks and tips that I found in like 1 month in on that. But you will see literally from now on, the last few videos have been filmed on the Pocket 3, and literally all going forward, they're always near enough filmed on that, unless I've got a little bit of B-roll and I've got that, you know, filming me where I want to just do something else. They're on the Panasonic, but literally 95% of the time everything is filmed on this. I mean, the one thing I do have to say is both of them aren't weather sealed, watertight or anything else, so you've just got to be more careful with these. And people do say that this can be a bit delicate. Now, on the Pocket 3 it is a bit more stable, but you know, make sure you do use, let's grab that, the actual case that just drops into there when you're not using it, so then it protects everything. Again, I mean, there are people that use these in little showers and stuff like that. I mean, if I was out in a snowstorm, which I have been, and tried to film, I wouldn't use this. I'd use my water seal Panasonic and then a wireless mic and everything else. But for most people, again, it'd be fine. You'd probably be able to get away with just like a little shower, just even holding your hand over it or something like that. But do bear that in mind, that are not weather sealed. And another little thing is, if you're upgrading from the 2 to the 3, just check your SD card, because I'd got 128 gig SD card, but basically when I put it in this, it said it wasn't fast enough, because the old one, I think it did around about 100 megasecond for the video. This one does 130, and then it's got compressed format as well, so I had to go out and buy a new SD card. Just make sure it says V30 on it or something like that. Again, I'll put links in the description for one I use, which is a Samsung one, but yeah, it was only like 25 quid, so at the end of the day it's been worth it just having a better card. Well, anyway, I'm going to sign off now, and I'll see you in the next one. So bye for now. Bye.